welcome back. As we said over a week ago, we are now just 3 days away from a possible landfall of a major hurricane in the Gulf. We are now seeing most models trending towards the panhandle of Florida, possibly clipping Alabama. That also might change, but the main part of this information is that we are going to see a very large hurricane in the bath waters of the Gulf of Mexico, and it will likely be called Hurricane Helene, because we do have another storm forming in the Atlantic. So whichever one of these becomes a tropical storm first will take the letter H. The next one will take the letter I for Isaac. All right, and we can see that all here on the 7-day outlook chart. This is where Hurricane Helene will probably form right here. 70% chance of cyclone formation over the next week. We don't even have a week with this storm. We have about 3.5 to 4 days tops. This over here would be the only other situation that may form into a tropical storm first. Whichever one reaches that threshold gets the first name. Over the next 24 hours, we're going to see a lot of rotation beginning down in the southern Caribbean. You can almost sort of see it now as the sun is passing over and we enter into today. This storm right here is going to remind you just how fast these hurricanes can form. And if this stays as is and shoots this gap between Cancun and Cuba, we're going to have nothing but rapid intensification until this thing makes landfall somewhere between Louisiana and the Florida Panhandle. Earlier last week, when we first put out this warning, landfall was being projected a lot closer to Texas and possibly western Louisiana, but as we said in that video, we expected an eastern shift. And now that we have this information, it's super important. If you live in the Panhandle, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, now is the time to prepare, and chances are you will have a state of emergency within the next 24 to 48 hours. And finally, as far as landfall goes, we are looking at a late Thursday night, possibly early morning Friday. According to this model, the GFS we have here, of course, we still have time for change, but as every hour passes, we have less and less time for anything to change. So chances are what you're seeing here will be very close to what we end up with, especially if this storm shoots in between this gap of Cancun and Cuba. That will cause no interaction with the storm, allowing it to just grow and then rapidly intensify once it gets into the Gulf waters. That's what these storms do, especially this time of year. We could see literally a tropical storm right here, and by the time it makes landfall, it could easily be a major hurricane. With this data here, we're looking at a 935 millibar pressure. That is equivalent of a very large Category 4 storm with anywhere from 10 to 15 feet of storm surge. If that were to take place in any part of the Gulf, it would be completely devastating. And my friends, we are in that exact time period. This is no joke, and it's no time to play games. Maybe it'll be a Cat 1, maybe it'll be a Cat 5. It does not matter. These things will take away everything you own and everyone you've ever met in the blink of an eye. All right, everyone, as always, I will have updates about this storm from start to finish. So I ask that you please share these videos and let's get everyone aware of what's taking place in the Gulf. There's a lot of news going on, so a lot of people don't even know about this. Let's change that now. I appreciate you all. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.